And welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to dive into Beast of Reincarnation. This is an RPG developed by Game Freak, the same developers of Pokemon. The question is, should you buy it? That's what we'll be covering today. Beast of Reincarnation has some of the most satisfying sword clashes I have played in a while. At its best, it feels like a more approachable Sekiro, but the game also has its flaws. It's pretty slow when it comes to the story, and the graphics sometimes aren't at the best. In this game, you have Emma, which is the main character, and her companion Koo, which is the wolf she's traveling with. They travel through the world consumed by something called Blight, and Emma handles the real-time sword combat, while Koo uses command-based abilities that briefly slow actions, which is what makes it a little bit different from Sekiro and Nier and other RPGs. The swordplay is easily the biggest reason I kept playing, to be honest. If you have played Sekiro, the rhythm will feel familiar to you. Read the attack, beat it with a parry, build pressure, stagger the enemy, and punish the opening. Usually that's how it goes in Sekiro. When you feel the metallic impact and you see the sparks and the back and forth timing, make a good exchange feel sharp and deliberate. Something else I like is also the concept and art direction. You have the overgrown nature, ruined technology, corrupted creatures. All of that stuff gives the world a strong identity. It's pretty different. The infected wildlife looks unsettling without feeling generic, and Emma's plant-like abilities they're pretty cool for traversal. She uses her hair to swing around stuff. It's pretty cool. The biggest problem the game faces right now is the progression of the story, the pacing. It's pretty bad. The story has a lot of interesting ideas, but it develops too slowly for me. And well, this is not just me being impatient. Reviews and player discussions out there repeatedly mention this. The good thing is that Game Freak has already said it plans continuing updates that include story pacing improvements. So that's something to look forward to. There's that is important because it confirms the complaint is widespread enough for the developer to address it. So stick to the you know stick to the game, see if you can wait for those updates. The second major issue is the rendering, the frame dips, just how the game looks. But with all that said, should you buy this game? Well, if you love parry focus, sword combat, and want something that'll scratch the Sekiro itch without being quite as punishing as Sekiro, and you're willing to accept a slower story and some technical roughness, then go right on ahead, buy it at full price. But if you are paying full price and story pacing is one of the most important parts of the game for you, I would wait. The same goes for anyone who is sensitive to film grain, stutter, or unstable performance. Give Game Freak the time to deliver on those updates they announced, then check the state of the game again. A sale will also make the game's flaws much easier to accept. And for me, this is a conditional recommendation. I do like the swordplay enough to keep going. Plus, I already bought the game, so I have no other choice but to play it. But the slow story and uneven visual presentation do stop me from calling it a must-buy for everybody. If you have played Beast of Reincarnation already, tell me where you land. Is the combat strong enough to carry the game for you? Or did the pacing and technical problems push you away? And if you are still deciding, are you buying it now, waiting for patches, or skipping? Subscribe for more honest reviews and story-driven gaming content. I am KevisaurX, and I will see you on the next one.